This image here, I think, captures really what Aachen is about. You have all the crowd in the background, you have the clocks, you have all of, the signature, the windmill, and it's Martin Fuchs on, I believe that's Silver Shine, and just a really nice, the colors I really enjoy here, and the horse is obviously jumping quite beautifully. And here we have the most recent Aachen winner. This is Kent Farrington on the Great Gazelle. And again, during, I believe this was the jump off round. And it's one of the few events that I do go into the middle of the field to shoot, so that obviously you can get this really beautiful, shot of the crowd, and you can see the vastness that is Aachen and the stadium. And so we're looking for, we're really showing the theater here, and it's a really neat action shot. And then what I really like to do as a photographer is I like to tell the full story. The sporting shots, the jumping, the action, that's always obviously a huge part of it. But for me also, it's, we deal with a sport where we have horses and riders, and we're really trying to capture, the partnership. And so I really try within the portfolio that I'm creating to really try to give that to my audience and show, obviously the appreciation that he has for this incredible mare. And then here, this is one of my favorite shots I've ever taken on the Rolex Grand Slam. This was obviously following the victory gallop of Kent and Gazelle winning the CHIO Aachen. And another kind of really cool element of this photo is that right about here is the tower that they will sort of walk through, or like the tunnel. And there's actually a glass, kind of a glass facade. And what happens at Aachen is the sun is starting to set over here. And what it's actually doing is it's bouncing off the glass and it's hitting him. So as he came galloping down here in front of the crowd celebrating, I actually waited for him to get right where that light was hitting him. So it almost looks like I popped an actual spotlight on him, but it's not. It's actually just the sunlight reflecting off of that glass onto him. So again, it kind of just illuminates him a bit more. That's not editing. That is seeing the light and then waiting for a little bit of magic. This is Marcus Ehning and the Great Predatu. This was from Aachen 2018. Obviously the winner of the CHIO Grand Prix that year. And this was a really, really fun moment to be a part of. He's obviously a German rider, and the German show jumping fans are like nothing else in the world. They know everything that's going on, and they were truly elated to see Marcus win the Grand Prix. And so as he comes walking down the tunnel, he just dropped the reins and put his hands in the air. And I'm not exaggerating when I say I could hear the field, like it was shaking, the ground was shaking underneath us. So it was a really amazing moment to be a part of. This was the retirement of Scott Brash's incredible mount, Hello Sanctos. He's the only horse, and they are the only horse and rider pair to have ever won the Rolex Grand Slam. And they did a very nice retirement ceremony for him. And it was a nice moment to be a part of. Here's our most recent major winner. This is Martin Fuchs and Clooney, incredible horse and rider pair. And this image to me really ties everything together in what is the CHI Geneva, a huge indoor venue, huge crowd. And even though it is inside, I think a lot of the riders, from what I've heard, consider it to be as close to an outdoor show as possible because the arena is so big. And so one of my goals when I'm there is to really give you that feeling. And so here you can see obviously packed house. He's a Swiss rider, so the Swiss flag kind of just gives it that little extra bit of detail. We've got the Rolex Grand Slam of show jumping sign up there, and Clooney's jumping perfectly as usual. All of these memories from these incredible events